Hello everyone, and today I received Pioneer CT-43 for service. It's arrived fine. Only thing, I cannot turn on the power, so it works only while I hold it. So I would need to see what's wrong with the power switch. Let me see if it's this one has a tape in it. Oops. Which one? Oh, nice. TDK SAX. Heads in a very good shape. I can see it right from here. Pinch roll is good. So I hear the motors. Both capstans rolling. Let's try. Sorry, I have to use my left hand to keep the button. Type 2, I pass forward, works, stop, playback, works. Hi. Good. So, looks like it would be just a service with some minor fixes. This button definitely needs attention. You see, don't work. Okay, now let me open it and I meet you there. See you, bye-bye. Okay, and here I open the deck and you may take a look what is inside. So it looks like simplified version of CT-95. However, it has a more modern Dolby S chips. Not the big ones as we've seen in the Pioneer T1100 or CT-95, which were installed on the large boards here from both sides. Also, control logic is like reduced in size to this CPU, so we had a large board and now we have pretty compact layout here. Here is a bias generator and record circuit here with HX Pro chip, and those transistors are switching different parameters, and mostly that's it. I see here some specific shields, ground shields, like probably to reduce how digital parts will affect the playback amplifier, but that's it. Here's the tape transport. So belts looks to be in a pretty good shape, and still we'll need to take a look if everything's fine here. And this button which doesn't work, so I have to desolder this button and make it running. See you soon. Okay guys, here I disassembled everything and it's all parts of this fancy switch. So you see there a bronze connection part. Next, this green part gets here, and that's where we need to squeeze the spring. So it will be sitting just right there. Really, it was not sitting along, and technically there is no enough room for it. What I can do, it's the spring even don't fit into the opening here. You see, if I will put it like that, I still need to depress it and install in this position. Right, done. This part is moving and have a spring right here. Next, this would be the push piece, installing the spring inside so it was switching. Next, we need to install this small N-shaped part here like that. And that's where it will be holding in different positions. Come on. Here. Next, this small part gets upside down, like that. It will be pushing it here, and now we have to close it. Come on, I need to expand a little bit. It doesn't fit. Like that. Now I will hold with my fingers to check that it works. You see? It was successful just for one time. And next is not successful, so I will have to open again. Okay, I will need to see what gets wrong here. Okay. Let's maybe remove moving parts, and I will remove the spring as well. So just to make it more easy to follow. So here. Maybe I installed this part incorrectly, it was installed incorrectly. Let's try in this position. So what would happen? Now it can go up. Okay, let's see if it will work in this position. It's a little bit different place. Let me see. Yeah, you see this hole here, so we need to get into this hole. Now, this nice spring here. Come on. It was easy last time. Oops. Flying out. Luckily this is big piece. Hard to mess with it. I installed. Let's try again. This wheel, not like that. Come on, like that. So there is a wheel which rolling. Okay. Now start again. So it will sit into the hole here. install this pin. So we did everything correct this time. Let's see if it will be enough to have this guy fix it, or is worn. I don't believe it should be worn. Let me try to close it better. Okay. No. It doesn't work every time. You see? So probably we need a new switch, similar configuration. Because I don't believe I can do more. So assemble it properly, but if it doesn't work, it means that something is worn and don't hold well. Unfortunately, I believe I'm run out of such switches. I need to check. I have a couple more decks disassembled. Maybe they will work, but there is no guarantee. Let's evaluate what is the problem. Come on. It just sticks here. Yeah, see, it doesn't hold because it has a worn piece for some reason, a broken piece. And it's right here, so it should be, you see, it has a crack on this part inside, where the pin should be stopping, because it should be going around the stopper all the time in a circle. And there is a crack, you see. I'm just pushing with screwdriver, see. That's unfortunate. Okay, let me see what I can do. See you. Okay guys, I found a pretty similar switch with the same housing and I believe same length of this part, which works. I desoldered it from the old Sony deck. The only thing I need to replace is top housing, because it has this additional fixating pins versus this was connected with the screws. Okay, let me replace this housing and let's see how it will work. And here guys, I opened the working switch and you may see that there is like a pin in the middle behind this metal part, which have to stop it from moving out, and with this one is missing right here, so you see it gets broke. That's why the switch wasn't working well. Now let me reassemble and see some. Okay, and here I have reassembled switch with new metal housing, and it works. so I can assemble it back. And this is parts. I'm not sure what I can use for them, maybe springs. Or this small roller wheel. Nice. See you. Well, everything is assembled with new switch. And now I don't need my hand to hold the power supply, and we may start do first tests on this deck. So first things first, let me demagnetize the heads to not ruin my tapes. Okay. So I'm using this demagnetizer tool. Because I don't know when this deck was last time demagnetized. Alright. Done. And now we may install the measurement tape. Let's install frequency sweep. See the phase and the head's condition. Wow. So it's defined type 1 is correct. Plane. And I see that phase is all way off. See, one channel is okay, but other channel can be better. But let me see. Or it's just different millivolt range. So yeah, so here is 100 millivolt. Now it's better. So the phase is almost there. And here is the levels, and it's 6 kilogears, and it keeps my 8, 9, 10, minus 1 decibel. Phase a little bit off. 13, 14, 15, minus 2 decibel. But phase, you see, it's flying. So that might be a reason. I don't believe in this version we have adjustments or just levels. It's pretty simplistic power amplifier using one op-amp here and just levels. Okay. No frequency response adjustment, but 1 decibel at 10 kilohertz is still pretty fine. Adjusting the phase in this deck is a nightmare. We have to release this door from both sides, here and here, and then close the middle part, and then we'll have access to clean heads or adjust heads. Okay, give me a second. And here, guys, I'm measuring valve and flutter with my test tape, and here is the results. So you may see it plays a little bit too fast. I will have to adjust, but valve and flutter is 0.037 to 0.042. It's pretty good. And if I open this door, nothing happens, so it was just accidental. See this bump with the door significantly distort valve and flutter values. Alright. Now let me adjust it, and that should be it. So I'm not sure all bells looks like new, so I would probably don't do anything with this tape transport. Just tune up the speed. I'm already tuning the azimuth. I will check with my mirror tape that everything will look fine there, and probably this would be it for this deck. See you soon. Okay guys, that is the best how I can tune it. 3002 gears. You see a little bit not very stable rotation. See at 5 gears. So, and this is the motor. And sometimes it does, like, I just can hear changes in the speed, so I need to observe it a little bit longer, how it will perform. So probably it needs replacement. My other Pioneer needs replacement, but I already overhauled this motor and now replaced capacitors, and we'll try to put it back and see results. Video is coming, because like a BSL motor works really well, but it's a little bit too loud when there is no music playing. This one is not quite on Pioneers really, but BSL on Pioneer even louder, significantly louder. Well, so Pioneer has two large good capstans and like good belts, like they separate from the motor and separate between two capstans. This means that resonance frequency of the bells would not be matching, and this should be giving better wow and flutter. So it's normalized, but you see it gets to 0.1 on 5 gears, and it's how it adjusts frequency back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's still good results, much better, so mine commits in 0.08% range, and it's a bit too much for them, but with these motors we have what we have. I have new motors. I will try experiment on my Nakamichi and see if it will improve it, and we'll play more with my Pioneer. But probably my Sony 965 has 0.06 because capstans are smaller. This one has a large capstans and two bells, which makes things look better. Let me discuss with owner. Still in range, still pretty good results. If he would like to invest into the new motors. Okay. See you soon. Okay guys, I'm checking and tuning the frequency response for this deck on the recording, and this one is default on default values, and as you see it's under biased and records much more high frequencies. So here is the source. You see on the high range it's lower. Here is a tape. Right now let's put on pause and let's do, no, we cannot do like that, so barely. So it will calibrate with this tape, and it's simplified deck comparing to CT-95, so there is no bias adjustments. These two are Dolby levels here, so don't mess up with these guys. This is the record levels. Here is the playback levels and generator frequencies, and that's it. All settings in this deck. Not many. Okay, tune it. Let's record. You see, it's tuned pretty well. A little bit difference on the bias, but pretty neglectable. So it will record really well to 20 kilohertz, as you may see, on type 1. So really good results. Let me see. Let's try metal tape. That's toughest to record. Okay, clear BLE data. And we record. And again, as you see, it's under biased by default. Now, let's do BLE test. And see, it's sophisticated. It has multiple frequencies, bias level, and like 2 equalization, high frequency and medium range. Okay. And I pretty much like what I see on metal. So here is the source, and here is the tape. Very good results. Okay, nice. Good results. Really nice deck. Heads are really clean. You may see yourself. Almost no wear. Good. See you in the next part.